Hello guys, it's Monday here and we feel like we need to address a few issues that a certain person tried to debunk us, and we found it quite comical with his, well, how he tried to debunk us, so we're going to go over a few points tonight.
There are some things brought up in said video that are quite frankly embarrassing, and we just want to make a clear point that what we do here is 100% transparent, and not only have we had debunkers actually come here and say otherwise, that actually this person is also allowed to come here if he so wishes to actually do some real debunking for a change.
I think I can speak for PSI when I say PSI are quite satisfied in our capacity as debunkers and paranormal investigators that there's no funny business going on.
I agree.
I came here either to get an experience or to say, actually, these guys are full of it. And you know me, Danny, I've argued with plenty of people, we've argued, but we've argued the right way. I came here to be honest, and honestly, my mind has been blown tonight.
It baffles me. The hotel has obviously been here for many years. People used to leave all the time before it became my haunted hotel. There's been so much documentation on the hauntings here. We've had probably the biggest paranormal show of the late 90s and 2000s come here, and because it was haunted, it's just, you know, people thinking I'm just doing it for a business. Of course it's a business, but I wouldn't do it from a place that wasn't, nothing happened. It just baffles me.
I think that there is a lot of confusion as to what we are actually doing here. There's a lot of comments about the decor of the building, that it's become an attraction, and that we rely on activity to happen in order to fund this business. Just want to make very clear, and I'm sure Harry won't mind me saying this, that when this place ran as a normal hotel, it was actually making a lot more money than it does now. And there is a successful bar downstairs. We don't need to do this, and we certainly don't need activity. A lot of people that come here already know that a lot of the time there is no activity at all, but the reason that we stopped releasing episodes on YouTube where no activity happened is because we were called boring. We deleted 12 episodes from series 3 for that exact reason. We got comments such as, "Give it up now guys, it's boring, nothing happens, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen, what's the point in carrying on YouTube?" But this is the paranormal, and unfortunately you cannot win. So the minute that we do get activity, we get called fake. That's the name of the game.
Yeah. The difference is that we're not, and there are 25 cameras here to prove otherwise, and we're going to show you all right now.
Now, usually we wouldn't respond to this type of thing, and the reason we are responding this time is because the video that has been put out against us is so incorrect, it's actually quite laughable. Now, whether you like it or not, the My Haunted Hotel project is probably the most unique thing out there in the paranormal right now, and it has caused a lot of online trolls to target us and a lot of jealousy. And whether these trolls want to admit that they're jealous or not, which they obviously won't do, it is jealousy. It's absolutely jealousy. Now, we're not saying that the shape is jealous of us, absolutely not, but what we are claiming is that he has done this video simply to get views, and he succeeded in that, so congratulations to him. But we feel it is only right to respond in a proper way, and a way that proves that everything that was included in that video is absolutely false.
We are in room 6, which is a major part of said video. The biggest part of this whole video was actually retracted. There was an issue with this window here. Harry was sat in the seat in front of me, and apparently something is thrown or something hits this outside window.
Now, where the shape has got this badly wrong is that the part of the curtains he points out, there is no gap. The curtains join to the left-hand side of that, you can actually see the white strip where the curtains join. The other part of this that he gets badly wrong is that not only can you not see outside of the window, and the curtains are not transparent, by the way, they're absolutely thick, and everybody who's been to the hotel will back me up on that, but it's actually dust dropping down past the camera. It's actually quite close to the camera lens, which is why it appears so big. Now, we see this, without exaggerating, over 1,000 times a day. That's how dusty this building is. It is a 400-year-old historic dusty building, and the dust reflects off the infrared light on the camera systems in the rooms and in all the areas that we have cameras. This is dust dropping past the camera lens.
Apparently you can see it right about here where the gap in the curtain is, except the gap in the curtain is over here, and the thing that hit the window was actually a piece of dust that flashed past the camera. He has come back and said this, except it was said that 100% this is what happened. So, we'll have a look outside. Outside, for the... how many different times have we said this window? Through there is a locked off courtyard, and to get up to it would require a significant amount of effort. These are double thick curtains you cannot see through, and like I said, he has actually taken back this bit about the whole window thing. However, to claim something is 100% accurate and then just throw away the comment and keep the video up seems a bit unnecessary and kind of faking a debunk. So who's faking things so far?
Exactly. Just want to say as well, as debunkers, you've got to be 100% sure that what you are debunking and what you are stating as fact, which is 100% is stating as fact, is indeed a fact. This was one of the most poorly executed debunks I think I've ever seen in my entire life, and we do a better job on a daily basis here. The camera in question is up here. And we will actually include this footage because I'm pretty sure that right now, at some point since we've been in this room, multiple clumps of dust have indeed come past the camera, which at the time was filming in night vision, and we've already covered the fact that dust particles, insects, cobwebs, etc. all reflect off the infrared light in here. Shape, I'm very sorry to tell you, sir, but you've got this one badly wrong. However, you did state 100% that it was a fake. Can I also get you to just knock on the window, Brett Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Knock a bit louder, we're trying not to break it.
Oh, I don't know, hold on.
Okay, just want to point out for the record that that sounds absolutely nothing like what happened when Harry, you were sat there. Now this is where things get insane. As I said at the start of the video, some of the comments and the accusations being made against us are just utterly crazy. Clutching at straws to the maximum. Harry, in his lone vigil, messes up his words. Now, Harry will openly admit that he does this in real life on a day-to-day basis. A lot of human beings do this on a day-to-day basis. I do this. Brett does it. The staff do it. Public that come in do it. Investigators that come in do it. It is a natural human thing to happen. We sometimes stumble on our words or say things that we don't mean to say. But this is where it gets really weird. So he says we have a device that knocks, that he means a device that registers, knocks and bangs.
We have a device that knocks, records bangs and stuff, like the boombox over here.
He does not mean that we have a device that makes knocking sounds. Now, if that was really the case, if we had a device in my haunted hotel implanted in the walls, which we've been accused of, that makes knocking sounds, why would we have left that in the edit? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But the reason it is in the edit is because myself, the guys who make this show thought nothing of it. Because not for 1 second did we ever sit here and think, oh, in a few months' time, the Shape's going to make a video of us and really embarrass himself and clutch at straws and pick up on something as ridiculous as Harry messing up his words. Harry, you were sat on this rocking chair and you've been accused of reacting late, and you've also been accused of admitting to the fact, apparently, that we have a device that knocks. The device you were actually referring to at the time, and you'll openly admit you cocked up your words, we all do it.
Especially me.
Was the EDI meter, which is a device that actually does register and record knocking sounds. We do not have a device in the hotel that makes knocking sounds.
I'm not even sure what a knocking device would be, but is it like a drum kit or something, or... I'm guessing?
Yeah, probably.
And what are we doing? Are we doing that remotely or something?
The key word here is remote.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. I can actually swear down on my kids' lives, there's no knocking devices, there's no... any device that we can trigger from our control room that can potentially do anything in the building. As I've said so many times, this building has had a reputation for all the time I've been here, and much longer before that with the hauntings. All I did was put the cameras in so we could monitor it. Now, unlike any other paranormal show, unlike any other building, there's nowhere else that has cameras monitoring everything. So when you see another paranormal show and something is caught in the corner of the room where the cameras aren't pointing, that can't happen here. It just baffles me. It's, as Danny stated before, this was a very successful hotel before I turned it into what it is now. It's not a money thing, what we're doing at the moment. We're looking at the bigger picture to monitor paranormal activity like no one else has done before.
Let's talk about my vigil in room 8 with the Grey Stall. It's very funny, isn't it? Because a lot of the comments that are being left on the Shapes video clearly are from people who have no idea what the Grey Stall is. This has been a 5-year ongoing case here in the UK. It has been one of the most documented cases, and it's one of the most famous cases here as well. This is an item that has changed belief systems. Am I going to sit here and say that I believe in haunted items? No, I'm very, very sceptical indeed. I'm still sceptical of some things. But what's happening with the Grey Stall has been witnessed by hundreds and hundreds of people. Going back over the last 5 years, we've had skeptics, we've had debunkers, we've had people from scientific backgrounds, and not a single one of them has been able to come up with an explanation for what is happening with the Grey Stall. There are voices that come out of this item. Direct voice phenomena. There is knocking coming from the box. There are things that happen in the room with it. Beardo is a debunker who we invited into my haunted hotel, and if you've not seen that episode, it's free to watch on our YouTube channel. And he took apart the plinth, he checked out the entire thing, and was quite happy with the fact that there are no speakers implanted, nothing at all. What is going on with the Grey Stall is very legit. Now, my reaction in room 8 came from a place of fear. There's no acting involved. I was actually embarrassed to release this episode, as was Harry and as was Brett, because all three of us behave out of character. Are we going to claim that that's paranormal? No. But what is paranormal is the fact that there is a voice that comes out of the item, captured clearly in the episode, but no one's talking about that. They're just talking about how I'm acting and how I'm being disrespectful because I get angry in there. I get angry because I am absolutely shitting myself in that session. I am very, very on edge, and a voice comes out of the item and what I believe calls me by my surname. At that moment, I erupt in a fit of anger through a place of fear and paranoia. And at that point, let's remember here that the low frequency coming from the speaker is no longer. It has already fallen by that point. It fell an hour and a half before.
We're now in room 8. In the video, I mentioned that we actually were in lockdown. There is a lock on the hotel room section's door, and we then locked each room as well as we came in. Now, this video pointed out that whilst Danny was here in room 8, that you can clearly see behind me an entrance into the hallway. So we couldn't have possibly been in lockdown, and you would just have to take our word for it. Except that this is actually just part of room 8. This isn't the hallway, and this is the door that was locked, and we were equally locked in those rooms as well. We had a fire escape to get out because we have to for health and safety reasons. If there was a fire here, we would have died. And we used that fire escape towards the end of the night when we'd had enough.
Okay, let's talk about the speaker falling over in the main corridor. Now, what's important to note here is that that speaker had been on that corridor for hours, pumping out a brown noise frequency. Now, there's a lot of comments on the Shapes video saying that hertz frequency and low tone frequencies can cause paranoia. We're not here to argue that. In fact, we agree with you on that. However, what we can say is that all the effects that happened to us that night, we were never ever claiming were paranormal anyway. Nowhere in the episode do we say that the way we are being affected is caused by a ghost in the building. We don't say that. Go and watch the episode in full and tell me where we say that, because I can guarantee that you will not find that. We don't say it. It is very possible that the brown noise frequency was causing all of us to be on edge, but the speaker falling over is paranormal. Now, when I say paranormal, I mean not normal. It's not a normal thing to happen. Nowhere do we say that the speaker falling over is evidence of ghosts.
We're going to move on to the speaker. Now, we've tried to get this in the exact same position. Obviously, we filmed this a long time ago, so we've done our best, but it's down here, as you can see. Just going to get Brett to shine his torchlight down there. And a big deal was made about this thing falling because of the low frequency sounds we were playing out of it. And then there's been a huge sort of drama caused about the fact that we did that in the first place. I just want to state very clearly for the record that we do not play low hertz frequencies in this building 24/7. It's done once every month maybe, and it's done as part of an experiment to see if it can trigger paranormal activity. The fact that it can have an effect on people such as paranoia, headaches, etc., we're not disagreeing that at all, but we must clearly state for the record here that on not one single occasion in this episode do we claim anything is proof of ghosts. Brett, do you want to cover the bit about the vibration and how clearly this is not falling through vibrations?
Yeah, this is a pretty bassy speaker, to be fair, and it does kick out some vibrations. However, these vibrations wouldn't make something this heavy of a speaker actually fall over. We can prove now how hard it is to actually make this thing fall by literally stomping around it to the point that it barely shakes and I'd probably go through the floor.
It's also worth noting as well that it's on a stand.
Yeah.
I can push that.
The speaker was in place for hours and then it suddenly falls over. There were also comments about a shadow behind that. The speaker was plugged into a socket nearby, and as it falls over, it knocks one of the sheets, which starts moving. It's very clear to see.
Other than the fact that this speaker is actually Harry's personal speaker and gets bassy techno music that does my head in constantly played through it, and it never once falls over. Another thing that was mentioned in this video is there is some sort of shadow that then moves or something here. It's very clear this was the wire that is just plugged into this wall here. As the speaker moves, as does the wire. It's another thing that was pointed out in comments that was later deleted or completely ignored. Unfortunately, this seems to be a recurring thing with this video where things are pointed out and just ignored for the sake of views.
Yeah, I think a lot of the comments are stated as facts, whereas everybody is, of course, entitled to an opinion. If your opinion is then stated as a fact, this place is 100% fake. This place is this. These three are definitely faking stuff. That is no longer an opinion. That is being stated as fact. And without solid evidence of that, your fact is indeed void.
So one of the beauties of my haunted hotel, changing from a hotel, is that the showers were absolutely disgraceful in here. And I want to show you, because people seem to think the steam off the shower has created this mist in this room. I'm lucky if these showers even work still, because most people come here and they don't even get a shower. So
you're gonna get naked?
No, but you need to see the pressure of the shower. And I don't even know if it's going to get hot. That's it. It's going off. So there's no way on earth. One, you can see from now, no, we don't even have towels here, so no one's had the shower. Obviously, we know Brett doesn't shower anyway. Sorry, Brett. But it's not even getting warm. It's on hot at the moment.
I mean, I have pissy stronger than that. So, okay, how on earth then would that cause condensation to come out and form a mist-like anomaly that's not captured on that camera, which is obviously the main camera in room 5, and also only appears in one full spectrum picture when you were taking 3 every 15 seconds, Brett?
Yeah, it's fascinating to see the fact that different types of camera capture different things. It's something that we haven't really kind of worked out yet. We didn't know this photo was even taken. We didn't know. I had no ability. It was your camera. I didn't know how to even check back the photos on the night. So to come across it at the end of the night shocked even me. It's the only thing I've ever personally caught on a camera, especially something I didn't physically see. We actually have it quite often. As of literally 2 days ago, someone sent us a photo of a face behind someone in the mirror, and we can't prove that that is paranormal, but we can say that there was nobody stood behind that person. And a lot of the time, you know, people are making things out of these images, but this happened, it was in the room, and it wasn't that piss poor shower.
YouTube is a pit of negativity, and it is toxic, and these debunker communities have become toxic. Let's not forget here that we supported the debunker community here in the UK. We are absolutely all for calling out fake videos. We've done it ourselves. There are episodes on our VHX subscription where we debunk Ouija boards. We call in people to take part in a Ouija board session, and we actively capture them faking a Ouija board and put it in an episode.
Yeah. Is that correct? Is this John Abbott we're talking to? On my legs.
We are zoomed in, super zoomed in on this, and a little friend of ours called John Abbott has come to the table, but he didn't. Something that we see all the time in Ouija boards is a J came up and then an A came up, which actually, well, that's not how you spell John. And then Sam says, "Is this John Abbott?" Yes.
Straight to it.
Well, it didn't spell out a name at all. You just suggested that
initials.
and it said yes. So, like, was it the initials? Was it J.A.?
Yeah.
Like, firstly, that name we made up 20 minutes before they came into the building. Just randomly. In fact, we can get the footage of us making that name up. And now they're talking to a fake person.
We brought in mediums, fraudulent, self-proclaimed mediums, and debunked them in an episode for everybody to see. Okay? So, we are all for debunking, but if you actually watch our YouTube show and our VHX show, then you will see that we debunk people all of the time. We debunk guests that come in. We debunk our own footage, because as human beings, we make mistakes. We sometimes sit in this haunted building and hear a knock and then check 25 cameras and realise, oh no, it wasn't paranormal, it was actually coming from here. We do that on a daily basis. There are over 4,000 hours worth of footage at My Haunted Hotel every single week that we have to go through and check. and make sure that we have debunked everything before putting it out as a moment of interest, not saying that it's 100% proof of ghosts. Absolutely not. But we were called boring for putting out episodes where nothing happened. Boring. But when things do happen, we get called fake. So really, we just cannot win. And we are going to separate ourselves from the toxicity of the debunker community. So as you have just seen, we've covered the majority of the Shape's video here in quite sufficient detail, enough to prove that what he was saying was badly clutching at straws, in our opinion. Now, just want to make very, very clear for the record that this is going to be the only time we ever do this. We will not get involved in a tit for tat. We are not fakers. We are actually the good guys in this. We're actively trying to better the paranormal. We've called out fakers before. We've called out fake techniques in here, all sorts. We are debunkers ourselves. We just don't target videos to try and get views, which is clearly what has been done here, and that's absolutely fine. He has got the views that he wanted, but we feel that we are well within the rights to defend ourselves, but it will be the only time that we feel the need to do it. For example, if we were faking stuff, I'm pretty sure that we would just try and brush it under the carpet and bring no attention to the video that has been done about us. But we have had over 1,000 guests in here in 18 months. Not a single one has ever accused us of fakery. And if we were indeed faking stuff with a remote control from this control room here, or by any other means, someone would have caught us out by now. There's a lot of comments that are badly clutching at straws and being passed as facts. It's not fact, it's actually very, very wrong.
Yeah, the one thing we haven't spoke about so far in this video is the actual personal attacks against us, to the point that I was made into a cartoon and my glasses were smashed into my eyes. Not entirely sure of the purpose of that, on all these different kind of funny remarks and things. We don't know the person who made that video. He's more than welcome to come here. In fact, he has our personal invite to do so, and we will gladly work with him to make sure that he has 100% evidence that this place is legit, just has his other friend debunkers in the past. However, they seem to be very quiet on this front, and I would very much like to invite him and any other debunkers that would love to come here. By all means, our doors are always open, and we are here to deliver a genuine experience to thousands of guests, because that is what we do here.
This is not an attraction. The decor has been done by Brett. A lot of people say because Brett's got a history in attraction design that's what's been done here. Couldn't be further from the truth, actually. Every room is thought out to try and trigger paranormal activity, and people are badly missing one very important detail, and that is the theory that changing the fabric of a building can actually trigger paranormal activity. I've witnessed it before, and it is a well-renowned theory as well, which we have attempted to experiment with here. This isn't done to create an attraction.
It still baffles me. I said, we've got cameras in every room. This is meant to capture everything that happens in the room. The guests experience it all the time. They're not paid guests, they pay us. We're not going to fake. Why would any of the, in your last video as well, you said someone had strings and stuff, and you deleted the comments when our fans tried to retaliate. These are guests that come and experience paranormal stuff. They're not going to set anything up, and we're not paying them to do it. Harry made a very good point there. This is not the first time that we have been, I'm going to use the word insulted, because you've actually insulted our guests who come here as well, and accused them of using fishing wire to pull things, paying guests, which we would have debunked straight away and probably said you're wasting your own money. But when they actually commented on his video, you removed and deleted the comments.
who's really saying the truth here. One thing before we go, thank you so much for the 1,000 comments to every one comment we get that is supporting everything that we do here. We see your comments, and we are actually about to view a video of all of our fans that have sent us videos supporting us, and that means the absolute world to us. These people that we are responding to are the absolute minority, and this is our way of showing that we have nothing to hide here, and also thanking the people who do support what we do and continue to support what we do, regardless of these crazy, embarrassing claims.
Absolutely. We have an incredible fan base, and a lot of them have worked with us in person, which is the most important thing. Real guests having experiences here, which we can either debunk or confirm. It's been an amazing journey.
Yeah, within the 18 months we've been doing this, the fan base has grown and grown. People come from all over the world to come and see it, and we're so privileged. And the reason these negative comments are coming is because we're growing, and I don't want to say people are jealous, but
they are.
Okay.
We're clearly doing something right to be targeted in this way, and that's absolutely fine. But as we have stated many times, and the perfect way to end this video is come and find out for yourself. If any debunkers want to come in here, they can come free of charge. We'll open the doors to them, let them in, and we'll film with them. But we are now separating ourselves from the debunkers community. It is extremely toxic, and we are here to work with incredibly nice people who support what we're doing here. Peace out.
Bye.